Hello, and welcome to English Eve podcast, where English meets real life. I'm Sophia, and today we are going to explore something that almost everyone struggles with: wasting time. Have you ever looked at the clock and thought, "Oh no, it's already afternoon, but I haven't done anything important"? You are not alone. And don't worry, because today you will also get a free PDF with this transcript and some language enrichment to practice later. Honestly, I had one of those mornings just yesterday. It was 9 a.m., I had my coffee, my laptop, my to-do list ready, but somehow, instead of starting, I found myself watching funny cat videos. 10 minutes became 20, and then... You know the story.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. For me, it's social media in bed. I wake up, I just want to check one message, and suddenly 30 minutes disappear. It feels like my brain is awake, but not really starting the day.
Yes! It's like the day runs away before it even starts. So, Ethan, let me ask you, what usually makes you waste time in the morning?
Honestly, Sophia, it's my phone. I grab it before breakfast, I start scrolling, and I tell myself just 5 minutes. But it's never 5 minutes. Before I know it, I'm late for breakfast and my schedule's already behind.
For me, it's different. I don't go straight to my phone, but I walk in circles. I look at my list and don't know where to start. I think, while thinking, I waste even more time.
That's true. I think many of us lose time not only by distractions, but also by hesitation, like a computer with too many tabs open.
Oh my God, yes! Exactly like that. Too many tabs in our head. And here's a fun but scary statistic. According to a recent study, the average person spends more than 2 hours per day just on social media. Imagine, 2 hours every day. That's more than a full month every year, just scrolling.
Seriously? That's crazy. 1 month gone just by touching the phone.
And that's why this topic matters. Time is not just about being busy. It's about living the life we want. If we keep losing time on things that don't matter, we lose chances to enjoy what really matters.
Right. And I think the hardest part is that wasting time doesn't feel bad in the moment. Watching videos or scrolling feels nice, relaxing. But later, guilt comes and we think, why did I do that?
Exactly. So maybe the first step is not blaming ourselves, but noticing our time traps. For me, one time trap is opening my email before I finish one clear task. For you, it's the phone in the morning.
Yes, that's true. If I could change one small habit, I would leave my phone outside my bedroom.
I love that. And I have another small suggestion. Start the day with one very simple, clear task, like making the bed, or drinking a glass of water, or writing down one sentence about your goal for the day. It sounds small, but it gives you energy and direction.
I agree. When I make my bed, I feel like, okay, I did something, and it's easier to continue.
So, let's share a quick tip for our listeners. Tomorrow morning, before touching your phone, just do one small, clear action. It can be anything. Make the bed, drink water, or write a short list.
And then notice how that small action changes your feeling. It's like planting a seed at the beginning of the day.
Perfect. So in this first part, we see that mornings can easily become a black hole of wasted time. But with just one small, clear task, and by noticing our traps, we can start to save our time.
Exactly. And I can't wait to talk about what happens later in the day, when the big tasks and meetings arrive.
So, Ethan, let me tell you about yesterday. I had this very important online meeting at 11 a.m. I was ready, my notes were open, and I had 10 minutes to prepare. But then I thought, oh, I have time. Let me just check one more message. One message turned into 3, then into a short scroll, and suddenly, boom, I was late.
That's so familiar. I had almost the same thing last week. I had homework to finish, and I told myself just a short YouTube break. I watched one video, then the algorithm gave me another, then another. before I noticed 2 hours were gone and my homework was still waiting for me.
That's the tricky part, right? Wasting time doesn't always feel like wasting time. It feels like rest or fun, but then reality comes. The deadline, the meeting, the missed chance.
Exactly. And the worst part is the stress afterward. For example, when I was late with my homework, I had to work very fast. My brain was tired, my mood was bad, and I didn't even enjoy the videos anymore.
Yes, it's like eating too much candy. Sweet in the beginning, but uncomfortable later.
Nice analogy. So the question is, how do we stop before it's too late?
Good question. For me, one solution is setting clear limits. Like if my meeting is at 11, I put my phone away at 10:45. No more checking, no more scrolling, just focus on the meeting.
That makes sense. I tried something similar. I started using a simple timer on my desk. I set it for 25 minutes, and I promise myself during these 25 minutes, I only work. After that, I can take a 5-minute break.
Ah, that's the famous Pomodoro technique. It works for many people. But I also think there are other methods we can try. For example, a friend of mine uses what he calls location tricks. He only does work at his desk, and he never watches videos at the desk, so his brain connects that place with focus.
Oh, I like that. For me, maybe it could be coffee shop for work, bed for rest. Because when I try to work in bed, I always fall into the trap of scrolling. But Sophia, can I ask, sometimes I know these tricks, but I still don't follow them. Like, I know I shouldn't scroll, but I still do it. Why do we do that?
Great question, Ethan. Scientists say it's because of dopamine. Every time we get a new video, a like, or a message, our brain gets a little reward. It feels exciting, and that's why it's so hard to stop. We are not weak, we are just human.
Wow, so it's like a slot machine. Every time you pull, you don't know what you'll get, but maybe it's exciting?
And here's a wake-up statistic. Some studies show that young adults check their phones more than 150 times a day. Can you imagine? That's like every 5 or 6 minutes.
Oh my God, that number is shocking. No wonder we feel like we never have enough time.
That's why I believe awareness is key. We need to notice our patterns. Like, when do you usually waste the most time?
For me, it's right before starting a difficult task. I feel nervous, so I escape to social media.
Same for me. Before starting something big, I feel fear. And wasting time is like hiding. But you know what? I tried something new last week. Instead of escaping, I told myself, just do 2 minutes. Only 2 minutes of the task. And once I started, I didn't want to stop.
That's smart, like tricking your brain to start small.
Yes, exactly. And that's what I want our listeners to imagine. Imagine, you have a meeting in 10 minutes. You feel the pull to check your phone. What would you do to stay focused? Would you put the phone in another room? Would you write a short note about your meeting goal? Would you close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths?
I would probably put my phone face down, far away, and maybe I'd drink a glass of water so I feel fresh.
Perfect. And listeners, this is your challenge for today. Next time you have something important, don't let the small distractions eat your time. Try one of these small actions.
Because every minute we save, we can use it for something that really matters.
Exactly. And that's the heart of today's main event. Wasted time is not just about seconds or minutes. It's about opportunities. At the end of the day, I often look back and ask myself, did I spend my time well? Yesterday, after being late for that meeting, I felt guilty. But later, when I tried the 2-minute trick, I felt something different. More control, more calm.
I can relate to that. After my 2-hour YouTube trap, I also felt guilty. But then I decided, okay, I cannot get back those hours, but I can finish one small task now. I did it, and that gave me a sense of happiness.
It's interesting how the beginning of the day can be messy, but the ending can still be strong. It's like a movie. Even if the start is slow, a powerful ending changes how we remember it.
That's so true. For me, the feeling at the end of the day is more important than the number of tasks completed. If I close my laptop and think, I gave my best today, I can sleep well.
Exactly. And here's something important. Guilt doesn't help us, but reflection does. Instead of saying, I wasted my time, we can say, I noticed what happened, and tomorrow I will try something different.
That's a good mindset shift, because if I only feel guilty, I repeat the same mistake. But if I reflect, I learn.
Yes, I remember reading a quote. Time is what we want most, but what we use is the worst. It was by William Penn, and it really hit me. We all want more time, but often we spend it on things that don't matter.
Wow, that's powerful. And also uncomfortable. But it's true.
So the question is, what kind of ending do we want for our days? A day full of regret, or a day with at least one meaningful action?
I choose the second one. Even if I waste time, sometimes, I want to end the day with something real. Maybe a finished project, maybe a walk with a friend, maybe even just journaling for 5 minutes.
That's beautiful. And I think listeners can ask themselves the same question. If this was your story, would you keep the same ending or change it?
For me, the ending is also about feelings. I like to compare it to cooking. Even if the recipe was messy, if the last taste is good, the whole meal feels better.
Oh, that's a great metaphor. And yes, endings have flavor. The taste of your day depends on the last bite.
So maybe a simple practice could be, before going to bed, ask yourself, what was one good thing I did today? It doesn't have to be big, just one thing.
Yes, I love that. One good thing. It could be calling your mom, finishing an email, or even drinking enough water. Small, but real.
That's how I ended yesterday. I was upset about the lost hours, but then I remembered I helped my friend with his CV. That one action gave me peace.
And that's a reminder for all of us. Endings can transform the story, from guilt to gratitude, from regret to reflection.
Exactly. We cannot change the wasted minutes, but we can always choose how the story ends.
So, listeners, think about your own day. If you look back tonight, how do you want to feel? What ending will you write?
And remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being aware. One good action, one small step can make the ending strong.
And with that, we close this chapter. So, Ethan, we've walked through mornings full of distractions, afternoons with dangerous time traps, and evenings where we try to make peace with ourselves. Now it's time to reflect. What lessons can we really take from all of this?
For me, the first lesson is awareness. I need to notice my time traps. If I don't know when I usually waste time, I cannot change it. For example, I now know that my biggest trap is scrolling before breakfast. Just being aware helps me decide differently.
Yes, that's a powerful insight. My first lesson is small actions change everything. Making the bed, writing one sentence, or just starting for 2 minutes. These little steps give me energy and direction. Without them, I'm lost in circles.
I think we often believe that saving time is about big plans or complicated systems, but really, it starts with noticing and acting small.
Absolutely. And that brings us to lesson 2. Use small tools. Timers, task lists, short breaks, these are simple but effective. You don't need 100 apps to manage your time. Just one timer or one list can make a big difference.
I tried using sticky notes. Every morning, I write 3 tasks for the day. Only 3. When I finish them, I feel good. If I write 10 tasks, I usually finish 2 and feel bad.
Yes, I do the same. And I think that's another mindset shift. Time is not about doing more, but about doing what matters.
Exactly. It's quality over quantity.
And listeners, we want to ask you, what is one small habit you will change tomorrow to stop wasting time? Will you put your phone outside your bedroom? Will you try the 2-minute trick? Or maybe you'll write just 3 tasks instead of 10.
Whatever you choose, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real.
Yes, and I want to remind everyone, you can download our free PDF with today's transcript and language enrichment. It includes vocabulary, idioms, and a few practice exercises to help you reflect more deeply on your own habits.
That's so useful because sometimes we listen, we agree, but then we forget. Writing and practicing helps the lessons stay with us.
Absolutely. And before we close, I want to share one more quote. I read this and it really stayed in my heart. Lost time is never found again. That's Benjamin Franklin.
Wow, short but strong. Lost time is never found again. That really makes me want to protect my minutes better.
Me too. But let's also remember, time lost yesterday doesn't mean we can't use it today. Every morning is a new chance.
Yes, a new page in the story.
And speaking of new pages, let's give our listeners a little sneak peek. Next time, we'll explore why saying no can give you more time, because sometimes protecting your time means protecting your boundaries.
That's going to be a fun and important conversation.
Definitely. So, dear listeners, think about today's key message. Time is not about being perfect. It's about being present, aware, and choosing what matters.
And we invite you to reflect tonight. Ask yourself, what ending will I write for today?
Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, you can subscribe, share this podcast, and download the free transcript. We love to hear your comments too.
Yes, we want to hear your stories. What are your time traps and what small steps help you escape them?
Until next time, this was Sophia
And Ethan.
on the English Eve podcast, where English meets real life. Now, let's explore the vocabulary and idioms from today's episode. Distraction. Something that takes your attention away. Example 1. My phone is my biggest distraction when I study. Example 2. He closed the door to avoid distractions. Procrastinate. To delay doing something. Example 1. I always procrastinate when I need to clean my room. Example 2. Don't procrastinate on your homework. Awareness. Knowing or noticing something. Example 1. Awareness of my time traps helps me control them. Example 2. She raised awareness about healthy habits. Task. A piece of work you need to do. Example 1. Today my task is to write 1 email. Example 2. Cleaning the kitchen is not my favorite task. Deadline. The time or date something must be finished. Example 1. The project deadline is next Monday. Example 2. I missed the deadline because I wasted time. Habit. Something you do often, usually without thinking. Example 1. Checking social media in bed is a bad habit. Example 2. Drinking water in the morning is a healthy habit. Mindset. A way of thinking. Example 1. A positive mindset helps me enjoy the day. Example 2. Changing your mindset can change your actions. Kill time. To do something while waiting, not very useful. Example 1. I read a magazine just to kill time. Example 2. He played games to kill time before the bus came. Beat the clock. To finish before time runs out. Example 1. I studied hard to beat the clock and finish early. Example 2. She tried to beat the clock before the deadline. Time flies. Time passes very quickly. Example 1. Wow, it's already 8 p.m. Time flies. Example 2. Time flies when you are having fun. Waste of time. Something that gives no value. Example 1. Waiting for hours in the wrong line was a waste of time. Example 2. That movie was a total waste of time. Make every minute count. Use your time wisely. Example 1. On vacation, we tried to make every minute count. Example 2. He makes every minute count by reading on the bus. Thank you for listening to the fresh and honest stories from English Eve, where English meets real life. Remember, lost time is never found again, but today is always a new chance to make every minute count. Don't forget to subscribe, share, leave your comments, and download the transcript with exercises to practice deeper.